right, just wanted to give you a sense of one of the illustrative math tools that they provide for us that helps us in calculating things like mean and median and standard deviation and all that kind of good stuff. Sometimes they will give it to us. Most of the time they will, in fact, tell us that if we have a mean and a standard deviation of something and you draw the graph or the dot plot or the histogram, that's going to match up with that. But there are times that we want to calculate it if we're given some raw data. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to use this first dot plot here in section 4.3. So we'll be using that first set in 4.3. I'm going to put that into the IM tool, and I'm going to use it to show us how they can come up with matching it to one of these means and medians and standard deviations of how that's going to work. Now, this might be posted on our Google Classroom. Here I have it in Unit 7, Statistics Tools, and it's this first one here. But if you're just going from our basic IM curriculum screen, so I'm going to go here to the overall IM curriculum. It's right up here, this purple button up here that says Math Tools. There's a 4-function calculator, a scientific, a graphing calculator, and what we're going to be using is the spreadsheet right now, but also the probability calculator a little bit later in this unit, not in this video. So we're going to go to that spreadsheet, and just like a normal spreadsheet, we see that it's got a place for us to enter data, and then it's going to do some stuff with that information. So I need to enter our data that I have here in our 4.3 Part A. I'm just going to count up the number of dots and put those numbers in that many times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 3 ones. Okay, so I'm going to do that here. 5 zeros and then 3 ones. I'm just using my number keypad to get that stuff in there. I need 3 2s and 2 3s. Oh, I gotta remember that. Okay. 3 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 6s, 2 7s, 2 4s, 2 6s, 2 7s, 3 8s, 3 9s, and 5 10s. All right, 3 8s, 3 9s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s. So I've got 30 pieces of data. I can see that here. So if it tells us what that total number is, that's a great place to check that you've got all your data. Now for us to use this spreadsheet tool to find our statistics, I'm going to click 2 parts. First of all, I'm going to click to highlight the whole column A. So I just clicked letter A to do that. So you can see that by clicking different letters, it's highlighting the whole column. I need column A. And I'm going to go up to this histogram looking graph button, and we want to run one variable analysis. We only have one column of data, so we need one variable analysis. If we had 2 columns of data, we could do that again, but one variable analysis is what we're going to run. It gives us a nice histogram over here. We can use that drop down to change it if we wanted a bar chart or a box plot or a dot plot or whatever else we want to do. So that's a nice way for us to see it's the same shape as what we had in our workbook. But really what I want to go to now is this one here. It's this sum sigma, and it says show statistics. So I'm going to click that, and that's the info that we're looking for. Now the info that we're going to pull from this, some important stuff we've got here. N is the number of data values that we have. So this N tells me I have 30 data points. And then here's my mean, 5. And this number here, this sigma thing right here, that is our standard deviation. Now if we did this by hand, we'd have to find the average. We'd have to take every individual data point, subtract it from our average, square it, add them all together, and then divide by 30. This is so much faster. So this sigma is the standard deviation that we are going to use. So this 3.74 standard deviation. I've got a mean of 5 and a standard deviation of 3.74. If I go back to my stuff here in 4.3, there's my mean of 5. This one has a mean of 5 as well. There's that 3.74 standard deviation. So this helps me know for sure that A would match up with the data here in number 3. This also tells us things like what the whole total of all of our data is and the median of our data, so we can tell what's right in the middle there. So a really helpful tool, really like using it, and nice and simple, available on every Chromebook that you have. So check this out again if you need to, but type in some data, click that histogram, run one variable statistics analysis, and go check out those stats that you got there. Thanks.